So you're gonna feel in November that you really need to, save your money, save your money for a rainy day. And we have the Page of Discs, which was like the extra card that is not necessarily, this is a 13 card spread, and this is a 14th card, but it wanted to come out. And so I really feel like this is linked with the overarching, is that you have somebody who's coming in, promising monetary gain, who's very youthful and exuberant, but they might not have your best intention in mind. And so this is definitely kind of a take heed. Make sure that you are the one looking at your finances, looking at your earthly goods, looking at how you are positioned on earth, and not be swayed by this young, sweet little thing that is coming in to stir your pot a little bit. Okay, so in the love area, we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Discs reversed, and then we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So let's start off with people who are in an established relationship. This is absolutely, one of these is you, and one of these is your partner. So you have the Queen of Discs and the Queen of Swords reversed. So the swords are air signs, so that could be a Gemini, that could be an Aquarius, it could be who am I missing, folks? It'll come to me in just a minute. Air signs: Gemini, Aquarius. Who am I missing? That's driving me crazy. Okay, but yes, an air sign. And then we have the Queen of Discs, which is an earth sign. And so those could be Virgo, Capricorn. Oh my gosh, I'm just forgetting everything today. And a Taurus. So those are our earth signs. Yes, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so when you have them together, it's a tough match, honestly, to have an air sign with an earth sign, because air is often very quick, very intellectual, can be cold, but not necessarily in a way that they mean to be vicious or say things that are hurting someone. It's just how they roll, they just don't see the point in sugarcoating everything they do, because that's just a waste of time when they're just being honest and they're, trying to get things done. And so the earth signs, often are very grounded and can deal with details very well, but at the same time they move a little bit slower than the air signs. So it can be like this fight, chat, but like to a wall, The earth signs just kind of absorb it into the ground and hold on to it for a while and don't respond to it right away. And that can drive up an air sign batty. And this right now, this is kind of saying that both of you are not working from a beneficial energy. Okay, so this relationship in a way is kind of like bringing out the worst in each other at this point. And so it's hard to like start anything together, to do anything with one another, because it's always just a little off. It's a little, it just doesn't, coagulate. It doesn't work together. It's not gelling. And it's not to say that anyone is right or wrong. It just for some reason isn't clicking right now. Okay? Once again, this is just the energies surrounding it right now. Energies shift. Messages shift as we grow and as we change. So for those who are with somebody, you just might be looking at them like they're an alien, going, I don't understand a word you are. I have no idea who this human is in front of me. Now, if you guys are just dating or finding someone new, it could be that, once again, you meet somebody and you feel like you should really be attracted to them, but for some reason it's just not working and you don't really see a future with them. And that's okay. If you feel that way, if you start to feel jealous, or if you feel like you need to get snarky with them, or that you don't want to share anything with them, that you feel like they're skimping out on you, take that into account too, and think of, why is it that you feel that way? Why is it that this partner, this person that you're meeting, is bringing these energies up? Okay, so this is really right now working on a very low vibration, and so we want to shift it so that we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Discs at their fullest potential, instead of being vicious with the tongue and lashing out just to get a rise, and then withholding emotion and love and joy because they're being passive aggressive, Okay, so over in the family we have the King of Discs, the 10 of Discs, and then the 8 of Cups. So there's a couple ways to look at this. One is that you, Scorpio, I feel like this is the King of Discs is an older person in your family, and they could be older in age, but just older in wisdom. They understand a lot, and you value their opinion. And they have some great advice to help you feel stable and settled and happy in your world. Because right now you're feeling like you just have to, hold it all in and, keep all your pennies close by. And so they're going to give you some advice that will really help you. An elder, I feel like it's an elder. But the advice that they give you is not going to necessarily be the one that you want to hear, and you're going to want to walk away from it and not take it in. And it could be like, well, then you just don't take a vacation next month, or that vacation is a staycation, but you're not going to like the advice, even though the advice that they're giving is going to take you to a more settled place. It could also be in this situation that you are already in a settled place, and that you're fearing that you won't be. So you're like, that's why you're taking care of everything very closely and not sharing anything, not giving anything away, because you are in such a good space that you're afraid that it's just not going to last. And this is saying, no, the best way to do it, always, as you know, is once you are in a really yummy place, it's not to hoard it, but this is a time when you can finally give back, and when you can finally, volunteer. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be the wealth of money, but it can be the wealth of your time, the wealth of your space, the wealth of your knowledge. Okay? Because you could be the King of Discs in some regards, and everyone in your family is doing really well, and you're doing really well, so it's time to give that back, and don't be afraid that it won't be there in the future. You can't work from that place. It's always great to have savings. It's always great to take care of yourself, but your family is solid. You've got love and joy in there, and so it's time to accept that. Okay, so in work and career, we have the universe reversed, the 5 of Discs, and the 9 of Discs. Okay, we have a lot of disc cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay. About half. All right, so the universe reversed is the universe reversed, and when it's upright, can be positive, and they both can have their negatives. But for some reason in the work and career zone, you feel like you're not getting your accolades. You're not getting all of the medals and the pats on the backs that you deserve. And it feels, and it's shifted. Like you did have it in the past, and people were really respecting and enjoying the work that you were doing. And now it feels like maybe it's become stagnant and the same thing is no longer working. So now it's time to come up with a new idea and to come up with something that is more spirit-based, emotion-based, to create some money, So in your work, in your career, whatever it is that you're doing, if you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you might lose your job because, things have just changed, things are shifting, and the work that you were doing was great, but now it's like now you have to do more or you have to do something new. Go to nature, go out in space, go see a great movie, go to a garden, get inspired, okay? So go find something that inspires you. Read a great, beautiful book, and when you do those things, it inspires your heart, it inspires your soul, and that carries on into your work, because now your brain is working from a place of pleasure. It's working from a place where you feel full because you just entertained it, and you entertained it in a way that is, that makes you feel really, really great. And then that will shift things for you in your work and career. Okay, so if things are rough, this is a good time to have a little bit of fun and relieve the stress through entertainment, through something you really enjoy, and that will give you kind of just a shift of energy so that you can change the course of what's going on. All right, so then over here in finances, we have the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and then the 6 of Wands. So yeah, you might have thought that you were going to get something financially, and you didn't, but it's okay, it's just delayed, okay? So if you were supposed to get a gift, or if you were supposed to get money from a court action of some sort, it might have just been delayed, like you were expecting it to already come through, but it's going to come through, and it's going to come through in a better space, and you'll be really excited about it, and it's going to be something that you'll really actually want to celebrate. Yeah, so financially it feels like things are okay because you are you're keeping everything close, but you don't necessarily need to. So yeah, I feel like you are actually the Queen of Wands in the love area, and then you have a Queen of Swords over here. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, so in finances we have, that everything is working pretty well. It's just things are a little bit delayed, okay? All right. So Scorpio. I'm recording this kind of late at night, so sorry if I've been pausing a lot and just trying to take in the energies that's been going on. All right, Scorpio. What added guidance do we have for you from the angels? Okay, I was just thinking, I don't feel like I should stop shuffling. I just don't feel like it. And then as soon as I thought that, this is what came through. Vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everyone involved. Let me read that again. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. Ta-da! Look at this. Like, there's that. Look at, okay, so that links with that one. It also links with this one. It also links with this when it's reversed. And it links with this one. And it links with both the queens in reverse. Okay? So the fear that you're having this month, that things aren't gelling in the relationship, that you might have to change something in the family dynamic that needs to happen, and you might have to walk away from it, and that makes you a little hesitant, but it will bring you the best joy in the future. Feeling left out in the cold at work and not knowing what to do to change the situation, and worrying about something coming through that you thought should be here by now. So call on Michael and Raphael to kind of sit with you during those kind of questioning times, and know that they will lift you up and guide you, because all of these have the potential to be really wonderful. It's just the process of getting there might be a little bit challenging, but it all works out in the end. That's what the cards say. The only one that you might have to really walk away from, and this card here could actually link to love, is that you may have to let go of a relationship so that you can find your true happiness in family and in your community. Okay, and that might be really, really complicated and difficult, but it's for your greater good.